So I'm still getting the touchscreen sorted out at the moment. Still got to go in and play around with it, see if it's going to do what I want it to do, basically. In the meantime, I've made some artwork, made some proper artwork that I'm quite happy with. So I just wanted to share it and basically explain what it's about and how it fits in with the project, really. The first one, let me show you. Is this jar of unresponded to emails. Basically, that's what it is. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it. Ooh. So it says handmade right there. Just thought it was a really cool sticker. I mean, the reason for putting these unresponded to emails in a jar, printing them out, put them in a jar, as opposed to, say, leaving them on the computer, something like that, is because, you know, in terms of an email is what is an email? An email is nothing, is it? It's not actually anything physical. There's nothing physical about it. There's nothing blah blah blah. It's just this kind of ones and zeros or whatever. It doesn't belong. It's not nothing. It's just in the internet world. So the fact that I sent out over 100 emails to magazines, radio stations, what else I do? Newspapers. I did. I emailed art schools all over the country, all over the world. Did several art schools in different countries, that sort of thing. Guess how many replies I got? Over 100 emails I sent out. Guess how many replies I got? One reply. And what was that one reply? That was from someone called Kate Lawler from, like I've already explained, yeah, Kate Lawler from Krang Radio. And so these here are all the ones. Well, I say all, actually. These are all the ones that weren't replied to. And like I said, the reason for printing them out is because it's sort of, you kind of, you get to a stage, you say you could be writing a letter, something like that, and you mess up and I want this letter to be perfect, I want it to look good. So what you do is you scrunch it up and you throw it in the bin, and you'll be writing again, and you'll mess up again, so you scrunch up and you throw it in the bin, you get that, that piece of scrunched up paper collected in the bin together. That's sort of where it came about from, really. I'd been sending out these emails for a long time and had no luck, apart from Kate Lawler asking me what it was that I wanted. I'd had no kind of real response from anyone. I'd had no response from anyone. And you kind of, it's a sort of thing where, a couple of years ago, email was the in thing, wasn't it? Like, everyone was emailing, what's your email? I'll have your email address. You used to have all these chain letter emails that you used to be able to send to people and stuff like that. That was the in thing. Emails were the thing to do, weren't they? And now it's sort of, it's changed. You've got Twitter and you've got Facebook, you've got YouTube, and you've got these different things. And sort of email becomes redundant now, I think. Even though people still use email to communicate and they still need email to communicate in the majority of the times, it's not as relevant as it was, and it's not as useful as it was either. It's just not the same. So it's kind of, the reason for putting it in the bin is it's old technology, it's a waste of thing, like paper, like writing a letter out. That's a waste of ink and paper, really, if you could quickly send someone a text or send someone an email. So it's kind of getting rid of that old, it's getting rid of the things that don't work. It didn't work, throw it in the bin, get rid of it. And it's the whole idea of having that physical visualization of a physical bin, that sort of thing. The other thing that I've done is, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, is I've actually printed out, printed out the email that Kate Lawler sent me. I'm putting this nice frame, because to me this kind of you know, it's a very important message. Hi Connor, what is it exactly you're after? You know, there's no real interest in it. There's no interest from anyone, to be honest. The only people that are interested are the people that are the artists, the magazines. I think it's not a big enough story for them. It's not as interesting. You know, I was watching on the news and they had the world's smallest gallery somewhere in the West Midlands. It was some tiny bloody phone box. It was a phone box with 4 pictures hung up on each different thing. Now, a phone box is not a gallery. It's not the world's smallest gallery. It's not nothing like that. And they'd rather show that, and they show that on the news at 6 o'clock in the evening. That's part of the news. That's going to have, you know, like a 5-10 minute segment to fill up the news. You know, why not post my thing on there? Why not get people together in the West Midlands, in the country, all involved in this topic? But people just aren't interested, to be honest, and it's annoying because the only people the people interested, and I've got to say time and time again, the people interested are the artists and the non-artists and the people that, you know, want to get behind a project. It's this hierarchy of people that aren't interested again. But I've been making work. Again, it's like with this, it's all to do with participation and interaction. If you can go through that jar of emails and you can open them all up and you can read them, you can make sure that I've gone and sent all them emails, which is exactly what I have done. I've gone and sent all them emails. You can read them. You can do whatever you want. It's all part of the entire thing, you know. With the touchscreen's gonna be interactive and we have to go like this, swoop across the earth, that sort of thing. It's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, no, that's it. I've been cracking on doing some work and that sort of thing.